Lipstick? No, just a winning smile. Imagine the confidence.
Well, they say he's not coming back and nothing can fill the void, but at least we can try with food. I'll make some apple pie, come on in. It's Dead Dad's Kitchen.
Guess what we're making today? You don't have to guess, it's in the title, and I'm gonna tell you right this second. We're doing spaghetti meat sauce. Or pasta alla bolognese. No, that's not how you pronounce it. This is just like a simple bolognese. Now, is it super traditional? No. Is this something that I make when I want spaghetti and meatballs but don't feel like doing that? Sure is. Excuse me, here's what's up. We're gonna start this over. Okay. What are we making? Oh, hey, welcome to Dead Dad's Kitchen. Today we're making spaghetti and meat sauce. Why am I not liking any of these? Could it be because I never drink coffee and I've now had 18 shots? Hey, welcome back to Dead Dad's Kitchen, where today we're making spaghetti and meat sauce. It's so easy. It's for when you want spaghetti and meatballs but don't feel like doing all of that work. But if you want to do all that work, you could watch this video. Spaghetti and meat sauce is something that my dad would definitely make, I'd say fairly regularly. If we had spaghetti and meatballs like maybe once a month or so, we probably had spaghetti and meat sauce like maybe twice a month, something like that. It's basically all of the ingredients that you need for spaghetti and meatballs, but sort of simplified. It's kind of like a bit of a better beginner recipe, bit of a better beginner recipe. So what you're gonna need to make this lovely, comforting, homey pasta dish is some canned crushed tomatoes, tomato paste. I really like it in these little squeeze tubes. You waste a lot less and you can sort of measure out how much you need better. Not that we are using measurements in this house. Ground beef. You could use ground turkey. I don't think it tastes quite as good, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. I like 80-20 ground beef. Some hot Italian sausage. Salt and pepper, crushed red pepper, dried parsley, and dried oregano. I wish I had more of this, but oh well. I said this. You're also going to need some chopped up garlic and onion. I already chopped this for my Made Easy Basics video, which you can watch right there. So chop it up. Use a nice fine chop and a mince. You'll get that joke if you watch the video. And by joke, I mean exactly what it is. And you'll need a pasta of your choice. You guys know I am a linguine queenie through and through. In the beginning of quarantine, pasta and meat sauce was like my go-to recipe. I don't know why. I made it every single week and it would last me for like 3 or 4 days. So I was having it like 4 days a week for like maybe 4 weeks. You do the math. That's 16. Oh, you're also going to need olive oil. And to finish it off, you'll need some Parmesan cheese and a little bit of fresh parsley. Do you think this will get in my teeth? When I would help my dad cook when I was growing up, I would be in charge of the parsley. Big job. Thank you. And once you take all the leaves off, my dad would give me all the stems. And I don't know why. I just thought it was like the biggest treat. I was like, give me the stems. And my brother and I would like fight over the parsley stems. This is so easy. You guys are gonna love this recipe. Let's pop over here and we'll start prepping everything. How's that sound? Good? Okay, so just like most cooking, we wanna get all of our prep ready before we start like diving into everything. So with that, I mentioned to you, I already have my onions and my garlic nice and cut up, ready to go because I filmed a video where I showed you guys how to do all this stuff. What you're gonna need is about half of an onion cut to a fine dice, and then I used a whole head of garlic for my minced garlic. So we already have our onions and garlic nice and diced up, chopped up, ready to go. What we're gonna do now is get our Italian sausage ready. We will not be using all of these, so I'm just going to save a couple of them for the freezer for another time when I make meat sauce again in like a week. So what you wanna do is get about, let's see, should we do 2? We're gonna use 2 of these. So get 2 of these out and ready to go. And if you want, you will need to grab a cheap red wine if you're able to. If you're not, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so just so we can get our meat ready before we start anything else, I'm going to take the sausages out of their casing so that we can just slide that right into our sauce, as well as getting our ground beef out. This recipe is so easy. Yes, I am wearing not skinny jeans. Thank you for asking. They're okay. I'm still getting used to them. I'm going to put my burner over medium, like not medium high, but not full medium, like medium high, if that makes sense. This recipe is so easy. It's so easy. We're gonna add in like maybe 1/3 cup of oil. We're gonna let that do its thing, get a little warmer. And in the meantime, I'm gonna finish this coffee and have that be a bad idea for the rest of the video. You could also for sure make this like vegetarian if you want it, or I guess would it be vegan? Yeah, if you take the cheese away. You could make this vegan with just Beyond Meat instead of like real meat. We're going to add in our onions and garlic. That was for the sound, you're welcome. All of that in there. Oh, that's kind of a lot. Okay, well, it's gonna be very fragrant. You guys, it's so easy. I can't even tell you. I feel like almost bad filming this video because I'm like, you're gonna watch this and be like, what? No, I don't feel bad. I think you'll like it. So now we're going to let these get translucent. So we like the sizzle, we're happy it's sizzling. We just need them to cook down a little bit so they get a little softer and they lose that super, super harsh vibe that comes with onions and garlic. Vibe is the only word I could think of. That's also the only word I can ever think of. So just letting these go for a bit. Bring it down to just like plain old medium and let that bed. The next thing that we're going to have ready to go is going to be our tomato paste. I'd say for this recipe, we're gonna use like 1/3 of this tube. I'm also cooking in my always pan like I always am. Did you like that, our place? Do you like me yet? I do really love this pan. It's nice and deep, but also wide, and it's just, it gets every job done. It's very, very cool. Oh, that's what I should be doing while this is going. We're gonna boil some water. Look at me, getting shit done. Oh my God, I'm amazing. Pouring water and cooking, incredible. Hello? Guinness? World records? Yes. I filled up a pot of water and cooked onions and garlic. Why, I will take $1 million, thank you. All right, so I filled up this pot with water, not so carefully putting it back there. So now that these onions and garlic have had a chance to cook down, pours hot oil all over my floor. We're gonna add our tomato paste now so that the like super, super harsh tomato flavor can start to cook out of it. Is there any better smell than onions and garlic cooking? I don't think so. Ooh, I love things like this. Okay, when you have the like foil covering and this little guy and then you get to pierce it. So cool. Those are cooking real nice. I'm going to add this just right to the center like that. There you go. Now you're going to mix that around so that it gets incorporated with all of those lovely onions and garlic. And so that should start turning kind of red. And the reason we're cooking out the tomato flavor is just because this is such an intense tomato vibe that like we don't want that to overpower anything. We want all of these flavors to play really beautifully together. Just like share the load, you know? No one needs to do all of it. And now we're going to wait just a second and then we're gonna add our different meats. So the reason I picked ground beef at 80-20 is because I like a higher fat content in my beef. I just think it gives it more flavor. It's not really like a think thing. It's like that's what fat does kind of thing. I like 80-20 in my beef and I like hot Italian sausage because I think it gives it a really nice different texture as well as just that nice spicy flavor really plays so beautifully. I usually add my sausage first. So just breaking that sausage up so that it's gonna be nice and bite-sized carefully because again, there's hot oil everywhere. Okay, now that that is about halfway browned, I'm gonna add my ground beef. Bam, bam. And again, same thing, just start to break that up as well. And we're just keeping all of this like meat moving around so that it browns evenly. I'm realizing now I maybe should have used a bigger pot, but that's okay. You just have to remember there is still hot oil and now hot animal fat. Disgusting. In this pan moving around and it has every ability to pop over onto your skin and I can tell you from experience, past and present, it does not feel good. Making sure you're just doing all of this, getting everything nice and browned. And then I will see you guys when this is brown and we're ready for our next step. Okay, it's literally like 2 seconds later actually, but I wanted to show you, I season my meat right about now. Still a little pinky pink in some spots. And I do, gosh, what's that? Probably like it's 2 teaspoons of salt and about the same of pepper, probably a little less, and just give that a little mix. This is about where I like my meat. It's all like for sure bite size. There's no huge chunks sneaking around anywhere. But I'll turn this heat down a little bit. It is right here where we are going to add our tomato sauce. I like to fill this back up with about a third of the way with water. Give this a little mix. Add your water. Gorgeous. I added a little too much oil to the pan prior to everything else, so I'm just gonna skim some of this fat off. And I do that by just finding these really dark pools and dipping my spoon into it. And all of this is just excess fat. And it's not that I don't want any of this in there, it's just too much of it can give it sort of a greasy vibe. Pouring this into a can separately because I learned my lesson the first time. This is where I'm going to add some more salt, some more pepper, some more salt. Give that a quick mix. Oh, well, disgusting. Add some hot red pepper just to give it a little bit of kick. Gonna add the rest of my oregano. Oh, that was probably a lot, but oh well. And some dried parsley. I wish I had some dried basil, but I do not. Now we can mix this back up. Okay, so we are at a really nice point. I like my meat sauce like a little thicker than most. I like there to be more meat than sauce kind of vibe. So I'm just stirring this to make sure it is all incorporated. And then it just gets to sit. It just gets to chill. Before it starts to just like sit and kind of hang out and simmer for a while so that all those flavors really develop, we're going to add our wine. Now I just got a cheapy little Cab Sav from Trader Joe's. Just like whatever red wine you have lying around. Again, if you don't have any red wine, that's fine. I like to just add it for a little depth of flavor. I finally have a corkscrew. If you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half, you should be able to pull it out. I heard one time. Okay, hold on. I shouldn't be doing this right here. What's so stupid of me? There we go. We're just gonna put like 2 glugs. 2 glugs in there. Now that we're not like browning anything or super cooking everything, we're just trying to like let everything come together and sort of cook down a little bit so that everybody gets to know each other. Whoops. We're gonna move this to a smaller burner and let our pasta water come to this front one so that it can boil a little faster. Okay, so we're just letting our sauce cook over on the side, uncovered, over medium heat, and we're letting our water come to a boil. This is what our sauce looks like right now. Alrighty, I will see you when our water comes to a boil and when our sauce is ready to top our beautiful little pasta. Those are gonna be 2 different times. You're gonna see me right now, so I don't know why I'm acting like it's a big deal. So, our sauce is at a nice medium simmer. I'm gonna cover it in just a second, but our water is boiling. So, you guys know I just like to smack that. And I'm just gonna do the whole thing because why not? So, boom, boom. Oh shoot, I forgot to salt this. Oh well. There we go, perfect. See, things happen. It's fine. Okay, I am going to, you guys don't need to see me strain the pasta water. So when I have my bowl of pasta and I'm topping it off, I'll see you guys then. I just wanna show you guys how I do my parsley. So I get my little bunch, I just rinse it off in some cold water. Throw it into a paper towel, give it a nice little squish to make sure it's nice and dry. I'll take some of the leaves and put those right in there. I can't remember if I showed you guys this in the meatball episode, but I just then take some kitchen shears and cut it up right in a little tiny ramekin or a bowl or whatever. That smells so good. Okay, so we are going to grab some pasta. Really? That's fine. And just spoon some of this over there. I don't know why I'm not just using a spoon. Would be a lot better. But I said, no thanks, not today. I don't want any of that. I'm using a spoon. That's so stupid of me. Here we go. Was that so hard, Irene? Yes, clearly. Okay, taking some of this nice parm and just throwing that on there. And then some little parsley on top. All right, let's try a bite. That's very good. Pretty warm still. Okay, let's try it without the burnt tongue. Won't be as fun for you though. Okay. It was fantastic, obviously. Okay, so that was great. Mishaps aside, I'm going to finish my little bowl in a little mukbang that I'm putting on my Patreon. So if you guys are interested in checking my Patreon out and hanging out with me a couple more times every month, I would really love that. We have such a great little community on there. I love my Patreon family so much. So to everybody who is a little bun, a little focaccia, or a little Pop-Tart, big thank you to you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you make it. I hope you love it. It's so simple. You guys saw how easy it was. Have the best day so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all of that stuff. And just, oh my God, just keep killing it. I'm so proud of you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, gotta go over this side.